1:11:24 machine out on the racetrack.
Yeah, he's got that fixed and back out and ready to run. And also the car that suffered some damage earlier, was it the Evans car that I said the side was stoved in? But it is round 5 of the shock absorber therapy series.
Those front 3 rows look fantastic. That would be any
Australian
title right there between those 6 blokes. So we are about to go. Hammer down, they'll straighten up out of 3 and 4. Watching Frankie with the green flag. It waves, and we are underway racing, boys, as they dive down into 1 and 2. Vickery already wants to go 3 wide on the outside of Marshall. He picks it up with Potts, and they drag down the back straight. The 56 got the go for it already, but it's the national champ, as you would expect, leading the way. But here comes Lee McKinnell up underneath. Can he get the job done, Blake Anderson?
Lee McKinnell and Matt Hardy put on a fantastic show earlier tonight, and looks like we are in for a treat with 18 to go as they come to the line, this time side by side off of turn number 4, racing for the top spot.
Vickery and Potts still together as they come through 3 and 4. They are fanned out around the racetrack. It is still side-by-side racing out of 2 between the leaders. Still no decision on who's going to lead this one for the 20-lap journey, Blake.
What more could you want other than this race for the lead? You be the judge at the line. Who led that lap? Australian champion Matt Hardy right now by a nose. Now McKinnell takes the top spot. Hardy back to the top spot. Steve, not sure how much more these guys can exchange the lead.
They will go wheel to wheel with each other. Pricey's got the best seat in the house at the moment, dragging Stevie Potts along with him. McKinnell goes to the bottom side. Price just sitting there at the moment, knows if they snooze, they'll lose, and the 6 will fly around the outside. This is getting interesting. It's getting hot in the kitchen. Let's get on the lap traffic.
Yeah, that's where the advantage goes to Matt Hardy, because the lap car is running the lower side of the racetrack and Hardy running just a little bit higher. Now here comes Steve Price. McKinnell not backing down from the Australian champion. He'll take the lead as Hardy has to dive down to the bottom of the racetrack. Now Lee McKinnell leads with 14 to go.
James Solinsky in the 96 machine, just getting moved out of the way from Stevie Price. Potsy's the next one on the queue, the Fast 4 freight train. Moving down the back straight, and finally they are nose to tail. McKinnell leads the way over the national champ. Pricey not out of this. He's right in amongst it in the number 6 machine, and here comes the Potster.
Hardy hoping we can get back into a little bit more yellow.
The fire-breathing 24 right on cue as the yellows come on. Tony Blanche putting on the fireworks.
Down in turn 1 and 2 is Dutchy Holland.
And it was Dutchy round the wrong way in the number 20 machine.
Just about to halfway.
Lights still on, now they're off, and McKinnell will lead the way, single file, past the cone, no passing until you get past the strike. And once again, we rip the lip into 1 and 2. McKinnell leads the way. Here comes Price, gets down underneath the national champ, and they will drag race down the back straight, Blake.
Nearly making contact are Matt Hardy and Steve Price. Price now down to the inside as Boyd, as Matt Hardy loved the higher side of the racetrack. And meanwhile, your leader, Price to second, but your leader, Liam McKinnell, taking advantage of this great battle for second to extend his lead little by little over now Steve Price.
Pricey, as we say, just about owns the AMCA class here. He dominates around here at Ausdeck Patios, Archerfield Speedway, and always puts on a fantastic show. And he will be out to defend his own backyard as Sawinski gets the 96 all crossed up in the middle of turns 3 and 4. At the moment, still green. Now the yellows flick on.
With 11 laps remaining. Ooh.
Jamie Sawinski driving for his dad Dallas tonight, the 96 machine. Still not quite. We'll be halfway home after this lap. And again, Price being sent to the infield. So this is interesting. Don't know what's going on there. But Steve Price has decided to pull the 6 up after a fantastic battle, Blake Anderson.
Yeah, we'll have to see if we can find out maybe after the feature what was going on with Steve Price. There, as you see officials looking at the right-hand side of the 6 car. And the lights are down.
McKinnell, Hardy, Potts, Marshall. Then we go back to Blanche. Watch the 24, folks. The lights are about to go green. We'll mash the pedal and go racing one more time. The 24. New South Wales 1, number 24 machine, the pink and white car of Blanche, puts the move on Marshall and gets it done beautiful and clean on the outside.
Move him up a spot and into the 4th spot now as Lee McKinnell leads at halfway. 10 down and 10 to go for the AMCAs. And a good battle for 3rd now. Blanche to the inside for 3rd down the backstretch.
Drag race underneath the Rockley truck part sign into 3 and 4. Potts on the outside. Blanche all of a sudden has found a little momentum.
Steve Blanche, move him up a spot. Boy, we've really seen the track starting to change. The bottom side of the racetrack starting to come in a little bit as we got a yellow in turn number 4.
That'll be Hitchcock and Holland again, the number 20 machine facing the wrong direction. Nine laps left to run in this one. Single file again, past the cone, and all of a sudden, Tony Blanche, the New South Wales number 1 machine, number 24, the pink and white car, wants to be involved in the battle, has got himself up to 3rd spot, and has the Australian national champ in his sights, but leading the way at the moment. Lee McKinnell not putting a wheel wrong as he sweeps into 1 and 2, Blake Anderson.
Matt Hardy riles up momentum on the high side of the racetrack as McKinnell's moved his car down to the bottom side of the track as the race for the lead starting to heat up just a little bit in turn number 4. McKinnell leads another with 7 to go. Laps starting to wind down on tonight's main event. Your leaders changing their lines and Matt Hardy slowly inching closer, but he's going to have to find another gear with 6 to go.
Thank you very much for sticking around, everybody at Ausdeck Patios Archerfield Speedway. Another stellar night on New Year's Day 2020 here at Ausdeck Patios Archerfield Speedway. The 3-car freight train up along the back straight, get on the outside of Benny Anderson and move around nicely, take Stevie Potts with him. But again, we've got the yellows on with Sawinski facing the wrong way in 4.
Your pace on board. He's struggling to try and keep the pace of the 24. Sawinski said that's enough for me, I'm in.
Not messing around here, Steve, as we go back to green right away. And the battle for a 2nd now picks up.
Blanche, rubbing wheels as they come into 3.
Rubbin's racing, right, Steve?
Absolutely.
Blanche has been on the move in the 24 car, but does he have enough time left to get to Lee McKinnell to make a move for the top spot?
Matt Hardy now right on the hammer of the 24 machine as they sweep through 3 and 4. Blanche makes the mistake. You don't have to invite the national champ twice.
No. Hang the door open, and he is definitely just going to go ahead and walk on through it without knocking, and that's what he does. Shoots to the 2nd spot, but now he'll set his sights, he'll set his sights on your leader, Lee McKinnell, with 3 to go. McKinnell has ran a fantastic race with 3 left.
The afterburners are on the 24, folks. Keep an eye on Tony Blanche. The F111 setting the night sky alight as he goes side by side with the national champion into 3 and 4. It'll be 2 laps left to run. McKinnell now finally getting some breathing room. Blanche still has the national champion on the high side. Not anymore. He gives him a kiss on the way through, and that just upsets Matt Hardy a little bit to go 1 lap left in the journey.
Final trip around Ausdeck Patios and Roofing, Archerfield Speedway, and Blanche has his sights set on Lee McKinnell, gets a little sideways, and that's probably all she wrote, Steve.
Down the back straight for the last time through 3 and 4. The afterburners on one more time from Blanche, but it'll be McKinnell that puts on the show and gets the win. Blanche home for 2nd over a fast finishing national champion of Matt Hardy. Back to Steve Potts. Bruce Marshall was the next one in the top 5. Thomas Vickery, Paul Reeves, Nathan Tompkins. Kevy Stay was the next one in the queue from Brett Robotham, and the rest can sort themselves out. Ladies and gentlemen, a very happy Lee McKinnell. Stellar drive from the 2 boys in 2nd and 3rd. Tony Blanche hanging on to 2nd spot and rounding him out, the national champion Matt Hardy. The boys have been told to make their way as quick as they possibly can over to Trevor Petts for presentations. A stellar show, Trev, one more time, and Lee McKinnell getting the ball, getting the chocolates.
Yeah, absolutely. A great drive from Lee McKinnell. A little bit there from Blanche at the end, but Blanche made his move when Hardy got over the cushion down in turns 1 and 2, and that gave